Right here, down. Protect them out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Come on, man. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on, Eagles Nation and TMTP family? Welcome back to another episode here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. It's your boy, Mr. Owens, and after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes.
What's going on, Eagles family? This is your man, Big Huss, the one you trust, bringing you all your Philadelphia Eagles latest. Hey, man, you know how we coming today, man. It's a bit of a sad one, but hey, we got to talk about it. Our last matchup, Eagles versus the Broncos. Bit the short one on that one, came up short, 21-17. But let's take a deep breath. Let's take a quick deep breath, man. What we witnessed, like I said before, it wasn't just a loss. It was a lesson. This is a situation where, hey, you can't play with your food. You can't turn it on and off when you want to. It has to be full throttle, boot to throat from start to finish. Look, the Birds had full control. We were up 17-3. Crowd was rocking. Energy was nuts in that, John. Everybody was like, we come on with a crazy dub right now, right? 10 straight wins overall, 12 straight home wins, dominance, and then it fell apart. 5 straight drives, punt, clock read 0. Okay, it was just like, what did we just witness? We went from them there doing what we wanted to do in the first half to it looked like a completely different team coming out of the half damn near. Only 48 total yards in those drives. It just, like I said, you can't play with your food, ladies and gentlemen. But before we really jump into that was just my quick little, I had to get that off my chest real quick. Mr. Owens wants to talk to you. My bad. It's just, you can't play with your food.
Hey, Hush, you had to get that quick analysis real quick. We had to start with something real quick, bro, because we don't know how this feels. We haven't lost since last October, bro. So we were so used to making videos of us winning. But of course, it doesn't matter if we win or lose. Well, it does matter if we win or lose. But when it comes to us doing these videos, it doesn't matter if we win or lose. We're going to have to get this done. But as Big Huss said, look, to our loyal supporters, thank you. Y'all know it's all love. Thank you for y'all continued support, because none of this is able to happen without the support from y'all. And to our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Let's continue to help our family and our community. Continue to please like the videos. It does help with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to do this. Make sure to turn on them noties and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood. Wow. So you don't miss when me and Big Huss drop this pressure on y'all, man. But just as Big Huss alluded to, he started it off great. We got to continue on. Look, we went from cruise control, like we cruising down I-66 to chaos all in one quarter. Like it's wild, because like the Eagles basically forgot who they were as the reigning Super Bowl defending champions. A physical, balanced, run-first team that dominates the line of scrimmage. We only had, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, 11 total rush attempts all game. Mind-blowing. Oh, we had 2 runs by running backs in the final 5 drives. You got it right. 5 drives. Look, Saquon Barkley, say 2K. He hasn't started off this season as he wanted to, and the anticipation that we had for him. He had 6 carries. Look, that's going to have to change for 30 yards. Okay. One run was for 17 yards. The rest went absolutely nowhere. The best play obviously came through the air on that 47-yard pass down. Will wrote.
See, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable.
Which was very nice.
QB1,
very nice.
They said they can't read defenses,
They
correct?
Said, yes.
Okay, cool. He had to check at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but he saw y'all favorite quarterbacks. But they even joked, Saquon even joked on post game that the play wasn't even in the playbook. Look, QB1 can do it all. He can play quarterback. He can call plays. He can lead a team to Super Bowls. What can't he do? He defies odds. Look, through 4 weeks, Philly was the run heaviest team in the NFL. We had a 4-0 start. But then Sunday, we threw 38 passes, had 6 sacks, 2 scrambles, which equaled a total of 46 dropbacks. Look, QB1 averaged 7.4 yards per attempt, but after sack losses, he just netted 5.8 yards per attempt. That's almost 2 full yards down. That has to go back up. Look, abandoning the run hurt the clock control, where we always wanted to win time of possession because protection and balance in our offense. The offense with Kevin Patullo in this game really truly felt forced. Like they weren't trying to prove a point instead of playing their game that they know, because like it was crazy.
No, crazy. Like this crazy. But man. So how it all fell apart. You could say it was some self-inflicted wounds, right? You had the Zach Bond one where it was unnecessary roughness, about a little under 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I believe, left in the game. It extended a Denver drive, killed more clock. Now, granted, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sitting at home, I'm watching the game. I didn't think that should have been a flag, just simply because the running back was still fighting for yardage. You know what I mean? That was kind of a bang play, so I thought they could have picked that one up, but nonetheless, they threw it.
Yeah,
you got to keep it out of the ref's hands, right? You got to be smart. You had the Saquon Barkley one. There was a legal shift that erased a 30-yard Smitty catch that could have set up a go-ahead TD.
See, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized
we gotta be locked in, and you know what I mean. And what's crazy about this is, in moments like these, you expect your stars and your leaders to rise to the occasion, and we didn't necessarily do that in this moment. Now, granted, we had an opportunity to win. I mean, they were still fighting, but should have never been in this position. 17-3,
18 extra points,
and you lose 21-17, bro. Nuts, right? Then the defensive collapse and crunch time. Denver was 3 of 12 on third down all game for real. That's stellar. That's great effing defense, right? In the fourth, 4 for 4. Can't have it. You gotta get them off the field. Now, this is me giving a little grace to a defense that has been great. Your offense wasn't helping you out, right? Your offense, 3 and outs, punch. As I said, when they're not extending drives, it means your defense is on the field a long time. They're playing a lot of football, right? You get tired, things happen. Exactly. Things happen. But nonetheless, that's the situation you were put in. I expect this Super Bowl defense to rise to that occasion. It shouldn't be 4 for 4. You have Bo Nix to Cortland Sutton on a 34-yarder on a 3rd and 15. That joint was crucial. Between Baum, Mitchell, and Blankenship, that set up a go-ahead touchdown. It just, you can't have it. When it's time for leaders to step up and make plays and put teams away, we had every opportunity in that second half to put Denver away, and we didn't do it. And we got bit for it. Now, Denver had been 1-112 all time. We're trailing by 14 plus points on the road in the fourth. They're now 2-112. Like, what are we doing?
What are you doing?
What are we doing? Gotta focus. Yeah, like gotta focus up. Like the link, it went from roaring to silent. Sirianni frustration evident on his face. Like it's just the mental errors and just the lack of not having your foot pedal to the metal full throttle from start to finish, not start to half, not half to finish, the entire 4 quarters. We have to get back on that.
That's kind of been the theme for the 2025 season so far. We only want to play halves and things like that, not play a complete game. Now, I thought that this was going to be a complete game. Going to the fourth quarter, 17-3, we got the passing game kind of involved and things like that. The running game wasn't really there, but all of this that happened, we got to take some good out of it, because, look, family, look, we always keep it fair. All right. We keep it fair here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. Now, there were some bright spots here in this game, not all bad. Now, Smitty, the Slim Reaper, you know, he came ready to play. That man had 8 catches for a $140 and 10 targets. You see what I'm saying? Double target. You feel me? He had a 52-yard Bombington over here on 3rd and 17.
Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
That was the longest play of the season. Man, look, QB1 dropped that in a bread basket, okay? He dropped it in a bucket. He dropped that thing in a bucket, but he should have had another 30-yarder if not for the penalty that Big Huss had mentioned a little earlier. Now, also Saquon. Again, Saquon hasn't been having the typical season that he's used to, but he did have that 47-yard touchdown on a Will versus Alex Singleton, who Big Huss pointed out in the preview that we should attack, and we darn sure did attack that man out there. He did finally look explosive in space because he has been limited all season, whether it be the running game or the passing game, but I like to see that explosion from, say, 2K. Now we got to move on to QB1, man. He was 23 of 38 for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did look calm and composed and still gave us the chance to win the game. He even sprinted downfield. One thing that I love about QB1 is on that Hail Mary pass, because when he let that thing go, he sprinted down there.
You see, we dream chase. That's all we was given to start with. Then we realized
to make sure that in case it was a deflection.
I've never seen someone do that, but I was like, damn, this really is a competitor. Like you never know. You never know.
You don't know, because at the end of the day, it could have been deflected and things like that and ricocheted, and he could have been under there and just caught it. But that is a true leader right there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Just refuses to lose, and he hates to lose. And that's the type of person that you want leading the troops every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and any day when the Super Bowl is played. All right, but look, now we got Dallas Goedert. He had a 2-yard touchdown to open up the scoring.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with.
It was a perfect route with Smitty. Love that play. Love to see that design in the offense. Also, Zadarius Smith, our vet that we got from the Detroit Lions this offseason. He had a 13-yard sack on Bo Nix.
You see, we dream chase.
That actually knocked Denver out of field goal range. Look,
Cash Dog got him together. Yeah.
And I love when he be on the he hit the baby latch. The baby but yeah, look, man, and then now look, our rookie, who I don't know how many teams passed on this young gentleman right here, but Jahad Campbell, he comes ready to play every Sunday. He led the team in tackles. He played fast and confident. That's what we like to see from our first round draft pick in Jahad Campbell. And as Big Huss mentioned early, the defense early on was 1 for 8 on 3rd downs in the first half. They forced 6 straight punts And the Eagles did have control early, but we just couldn't sustain it. As we mentioned, the defense being on the field constantly, they're tired. They're not getting an opportunity to go on the sideline, catch their breath, make adjustments, see how the offense is attacking.
Exactly.
You can't do that when you're constantly getting 3 and outs, as you alluded to earlier in the video. Because
No, for sure. For sure. That's the offense has to start giving better production, better output, like straight
and real
up.
quick,
Now, let's
because
talk about
not
just
even on the
go ahead.
offense, this is real quick. What is frustrating me is our kick return game. Outside of Will Shipley, who puts us in great field position. Tank, I don't know what you got going on. Outside of Will Shipley, who puts us in good field position, we always have to start inside the 15, inside the 20. That hurts us when you have to drive 80 yards as opposed to 50 yards. So that's something we also have to monitor too.
That's honestly, that's a great point, and it goes overlooked. The kick return, it has not been good this year. I thought that Tank Bigsby would be a great addition to that, but it's like it's just hesitation, the drops, you get it. It's like, bang, you getting tackled on the 15. It's like, bro, Will Shipley has been the only viable option in the kick return game where he's actually getting it past them to the 30-yard line. That's good point. So some of the bad, right? Q, stellar guy. I expect great things from him. Stellar corner, right? Got beaten coverage, flag for holding in the end zone. It set up a Dobbins touchdown. Later lost on a key third down matchup to Sutton. Kind of got bodied a little bit, right? He'll do better. I expect him to do better, so we're not gonna harp on that too much. Inside the 20s, we've been speaking on red zone. Our efficiency, we're 11-11 going into this game. We're now 11 of 12, or it might be 12 of 13, I believe. 12 or 13. Right? Jake Elliott, he had to come in, kick a field goal. We got inside the 20, couldn't punch it in on a touchdown. Jake DeMake had to come in, use his leg. You feel me? Now, Landon Dickerson, he's already been battling a lot of injuries this year. He's been a warrior, but he left with an ankle injury, which has come to now some information on that. He'll be out maybe a few weeks. But honestly, it'll probably be the best for him because started getting with that ankle, knee, back. Like my man is out here. He's Mr. Potato Head.
Game of operation on him. If y'all know.
Yeah. He like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe a little time off in the good of things. I know this is the bad. The good of things might do him some good. The offensive chemistry, it has to get back up to par. That's along the offensive line. That's from quarterback to receivers. That's from the running game standpoint. The offense in totality, has to find its groove. And then the slow starts. First drive, 3 and out. That was a common theme, especially in the second half, but just to open games now. 6 of our last 8 opening drives have gone that way. 3 and outs. Got to fix that. We got to start striking fast. Right out the gate. Punch him in the mouth. Right? Hey, it's those have been the murmurs, right? Of what the vibe that we're getting right now. And I don't like it. Right? I don't like it at all. Second half offense. There was none. Okay. There was none. I don't know what happened. It was bad. Yeah, straight up. 2 runs by a running back. And that's, we have Saquon effing Barkley behind you. Quadzilla. 2 runs by our RBs, all have 0 rhythm. 5 possessions, 4 punts. So we're not passing the ball. We're not running the ball. We're just going out there at this point for shits and giggles just to say that we were out there on the field. We have to put it together. We have to put it together. We're winning right now in 2 phases. 2 out of 3. Defense, even though it was a blunder in the second half, they've been solid all year, right? Special teams overall has been pretty good. Offensively, and that's where we have the most stars. It seems to be a big question mark right now. Let's get it together.
And it's just role reversal because it's like Kevin Patullo. When you're supposed to run the ball, you want to pass the ball. When you're supposed to pass the ball, you want to run it. Bro, come up with game plan and start to understand the flow of the game. If we're up 17-3.5 in the fourth quarter, run the football, melt the clock. Do not pass the ball because when it's incomplete, what does that do? Stop the clock, and it helps the other team. But now, we went through good, bad, and now it's time for that ugly big Hus. The penalties, the miscommunications, and mental mistakes have to be corrected. Look, we had 5 pre-snap infractions. A championship team cannot do that. You have to be disciplined. Okay? Look, Saquon's illegal shift wiped out that 30-yard Smitty play. That was the one that he motioned out to the right-hand side, and the Jahan Dotson try to reset quickly, and then Saquon motion back in the backfield. Those small things with the talent that we have over there, we shouldn't be having those type of penalties. Now, that QB1, the overthrow on a wide open AJ Brown, Arthur Juan K.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable.
That's a mixed 6 points, but that one, it was kind of everybody's mistake. The offensive line, they held up a little bit, but then they were getting pressured all day. QB1, he threw a little bit too far, but then also we got to remember Arthur Juan K did stop towards the top of his route. I feel if he ran through his route, he would have ran underneath the football, but that is something that we have to work on, especially those big plays cannot go to waste. When you have those opportunities, you must take advantage of those. Now, Sirianni, he wasted a challenge on a clear play. But that one right there, it was kind of on the intentional grounding.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us. See, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable.
I really felt that was intentional grounding, and the refs obviously picked that flag up, but it was a few plays where I felt it was a question mark, because even when Bo Nix, when Coop stripped him.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
And it was a fumble. They said that his arm was coming for it, but I feel like it was a fumble, but we're not going to cry over spilled milk. Another thing, Bread Man, you got to get your head out your earth. Look, man, you are one of the ones. You are a dog, but it's been week after week after week. If it's not one, it's 2 things, Bread Man. Come on now. Jalen Carter, he jumped off sides on a 4th and 3. And that just gifted like it was Christmas time or Hanukkah or whatever anybody celebrates, some free points. You see what I'm saying? And then the special teams miscue pinned the Eagles at own 17-yard line, as me and Big Hus talked about earlier. We cannot keep starting in bad field position if we're expecting to win these ball games. I know we're a great team, but also great teams sometimes cannot overcome self-inflicted wounds. And just like that,
for sure,
the momentum flipped fast. The Broncos scored 15 points, ladies and gentlemen, 15. That's 2 touchdowns and an extra point. All right, in 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, it went from 17-3. Everybody, we about to go undefeated. So hold on, we biting fingernails now because it's 21-17, just like that. Now look, that missed PI call, pass interference call on Dallas Goedert.
The dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
Was egregious. We all know that number 34, I forgot his name. It started with an S or something like that. Summer, whatever his name is. But
Bear, I think that was the dude,
I think it was Barron.
Barrett or whatever it is.
It was the
Rookie
other.
cuz.
It was 34.
It wasn't him.
Yep, I forgot his name, but grabbed that was Goddard. We all witnessed that and knew that was a PI. That had the fan base and all of Philly furious right now, and rightfully so. But just as Big Hus mentioned, you cannot leave games into the ref's hands. That's why when you have a time and you have that time to put your foot on the throat, you got to end it. But that Hail Mary at the end was nearly caught. Arthur, Juan, K, and Smitty both had hands on it. And then, as we mentioned, QB1 hustling downfield showed his heart even in the defeat. And I kind of think on that Hail Mary that when Smitty went up and had his hands on it, one of the Broncos defenders actually came up and punched Smitty in his face mask, which should have been called. But at the end of the day, we did take an L, and it is what it is. We got to turn this page.
Nah, that's all you can do. On to the next, right? So the big picture, big takeaway from this, it hurt. This one hurt because it was the emotional roller coaster of Philadelphia games, right? But it's a reflecting moment, man. Lesson learned, right? Don't play with your food, right? We didn't get outplayed. We got sloppy. We got complacent to a degree, right? Lack of balance, lack of discipline, lack of identity, which with a team that is star-studded, you don't think that you would say, but we don't have an identity right now, especially on the offensive side of the ball, right? Offense, unbalanced, very much predictable, right? And impatient. We've got outgained in every single game this season so far. Denver outgained us in yardage, 358 yards to 302. Second half for the season, outgained 964 to 571 total yards. That's 192 yards allowed versus 114 per game, just in the second half. So that means the offense, like, you're doing nothing. You're not helping us out. You go from, hey, man, we driving, right? Wind all in your hair. So now you cruising. You barely creeping. You got it parked. You scared to drive. Push that thing. Like, for real. Fangio's defense, no, really hasn't given them many explosives outside our price of the Buccaneers game, right? That's the philosophy. It's safe, but maybe it could be too safe. Got to trust them on the edges a little bit more. And I know that, especially with the CB2 position, there have been question marks, but I believe Keeley is coming into his own there, right? I think a little bit more time, some more games, some more experience. He'll have the confidence to be a surefire answer there, but you got to trust them. Let's start bringing the pressure. And they have, especially from the off-ball linebacker position, but more so, I guess they got to start getting home when he does bring these pressures. That's probably the biggest thing, right? Offensively, they're right near the bottom, like we mentioned. Got to get some more out of this offense. There's too many weapons there. And I know they've been kind of shuffling pieces along the offensive line to a certain degree with some injuries, folks, Landon Dickerson, Lane at one point. But we have to fix it. We have to find some continuity and find our groove there. Now, this isn't a crisis. I'm not saying, hey, the world's going to burn. You know what I mean? Like, it's the end of the world and things of that nature. We're still 4-1. 4-1 feels good. It feels real good, right? And we're 4-1, and we're set to have one of the toughest schedules. We're number one toughest schedule right now. So to be sitting 4-1, it's no need to panic. It's just time for some reflection. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, am I doing my absolute best right now?
Adversity, bro.
You know what I mean? So it's just, yeah, straight up. How are we going to respond? And I believe this team will respond well. We had the same turning point kind of moment last year around this time period. So we'll get it to
looking ahead real quick, as we say, got to turn this chapter to next chapter. So we actually got some Thursday night football. Us versus the Giants tomorrow. It's a short week and a quick turnaround. Look, we all know the New York Football Giants are struggling, but hey, so were the 2-2 Broncos, right? Philly must prove that this is a wake-up call and they can overcome adversity. This is not a warning sign, as Big Hus alluded to. Nick Sirianni's message this week was clear. Enough with the mistakes, enough with the dumbness, enough with the silliness. It's time to be disciplined and get back to the brand of ball that we know how to play. The leadership will define this next game tomorrow. And then also, look, expect the Birds to come out with high energy, accountability, urgency, and focus. This is where champions need to respond. And I bet my bottom dollar that the Philadelphia Eagles will respond in a major way.
No, absolutely. Hey, man, we don't just know the game. We study it. We don't fold after losses. We grow from this thing. So, but we didn't lose because we were worse. We lost because we lost focus. And I believe, like you said, they will bounce back. It's simple. Be balanced. Be disciplined. And know who you are as a team, right? This team is a bunch of fighters. So fight. As we say on the Main Thing podcast, keep the main thing the main thing. Let's put the main thing back at the center of what we doing here. We chasing rings, championships, trying to hoist Lombardis. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rock the baby. It's different over here. There's levels to this. So they just have to respond. As you said, adversity. It's time to respond now. Show us what you learned. Be the team that we know that you are. Hey, man, and this flag was fly, baby.
You already know, because it stings. But if it's any team that will bounce back, it is the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Look, y'all be on the lookout, me and because we'll be dropping a preview for the Eagles versus the Giants tonight as well. So look, to our loyal supporters, thank you. Y'all know it's all love. Thank you for y'all continued support, because none of this is able to happen without the support from y'all. And to our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Let's continue to do our part as a community and a family. Continue to please like the videos. It does help with the visibility in the algorithm. Just respect that comment section, share, and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to do this. Make sure to turn on them notifications, aka that Liberty Bell looking thingy, so you don't miss when Swoop comes out with the Eagles news and updates.
Heard Mr. Ohms. Stay locked in, man. Hope everyone's having a great week. And if you don't know,
I go by Big Husk.
And I go by Mr. Ohms.
And this is the Main Thing podcast, where we keep the main thing
The main
thing.
next time, stay blessed. Hey, man, this flag was fly till we die. We out.
It was I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.